Hello my dear students, this is Mrs. Shaima Gharib and today's lesson about rounding decimal numbers. In this video we are going to talk about rounding to the nearest tens. Are you ready? Let's start by revising some rules before you watch any video. First, you have to sit in a quiet place. You should have your pen and a piece of paper to take notes and to solve questions. You should pause the video after each question, then you try to answer on your own. Then you play the video to check your answer and to understand the question in case you get a wrong answer. Are you ready? Let's start. Rounding to the nearest tens means to find the closest one decimal place number to the number we want to round. We can also say that rounding to the nearest tens is same as rounding to the nearest one decimal place, or rounding to the nearest 1 dp, or rounding to the nearest 1 over 10, or rounding to the nearest 0.1. All of them have the same meaning. Let's see the first example. Look at this number. 2.33 or 2 and 33 hundredths lies between two one decimal place numbers, which are 2.3 and 2.4. As we said before, in decimals between decimals, we know that 2.3 is same as, do you remember? Is same as 2.30. And 2.4 is same as 2.40. So if we added this 0 here, let's imagine that there is 0 here, which means this is 30 hundredths and this is 40 hundredths. And of course, 33 is between 30 hundredths and 40 hundredths. What do you think? Is number 33 hundredths is closer to the 30 or closer to the 40? It is closer to the 30, which means I'm going to round it up or down. I'm going to round it down. So it will be 2.3. This will be our answer. 4.76 lies between which two numbers? It will be 4. What do you think? 4.7 and 4.8. What do you think? 76 hundredths is closer to the 70 hundredths or to the 80 hundredths? It's closer to 80 hundredths than 70, of course, which means it will be rounded up. So in this case, I'm going to choose 4.8 because the 4.76 is closer to the 4.8 than the 4.7. And please pay attention to a very, very important point. When we write our answer after rounding to the nearest tens, please make sure that you write your answer as one decimal place number. So please, for example, don't write the answer as 4.80. Yes, they both have the same value, but because we rounded to the nearest tens, and nearest tenth means to the nearest one decimal place, so your answer must include only one decimal place. So if you wrote it this way, it will be considered wrong answer. So please make sure that you are following these steps when you solve this type of questions. When we round to the nearest tenth, again, your answer must be one decimal place number. Is this clear? So when we round it down, that means the number is closer to the smallest number. Look at this example. 52.65 also lies between 52.6 and 52.7. Is it closer to the 6? Is it closer to the 7? No, it's exactly in the middle. So when the 65 exactly in the middle between 60 and 70. Okay? So when I have a number that is exactly in the middle, it means I'm going to round it up. We can say also, if the number exactly in the middle, we round it up. Or if it has number 5 or more in the hundredths place or in the second decimal place, it will be rounded up. Then the answer will be 52.7. So rounding up when the number is closer to the biggest value or the biggest number or the biggest multiple. So 0.82 lies between number 0.8 and 0.9. And of course 82 is closer to the 80 than to the 90. So when I round it, it will be rounded down to 0.8. Is this clear? Now let's sum up all the rules. Rounding to the nearest tenth means to the nearest tenth or 1 decimal place or 1 dp or 1 over 10 or 0.1. Look at this number, 2.47. So I want to the 2 in the units place and the 4 in the tenths place and the 7 in the hundredths place. And I want to round to the nearest tenth. So I'm going to round the digit 4. This is the digit that I will round, either to be rounded down or up. So when we round it to the nearest tenth, as you see, we circle the digit in the tenths and then we look to the digit in the hundredths place, because this digit is going to tell me I'm going to round it up or down. So if this digit in the hundredths place is 5 or more, we round the number up. So 2.47 will be 2.5. This 4 tenths will be rounded up to be 5 tenths. Another example, 6.21. So I want to round to the nearest tenth, which is the digit 2 will be rounded. So am I going to round it up or down? I'm going to look at the digit in the hundredths. It's 1. So if I have a digit that less than 5 in the hundredths place, I'm going to round down. So if the digit in the hundredths place 5 or more, we round up. If the digit in the hundredths place less than 5, I'm going to round down, which means the 2 tenths will stay as it is without any changing, so it will be 6.2. And remember that our answer must be 1 decimal place number, because I'm rounding to the nearest 1 decimal place or to the nearest tenth. Is this clear? Now look at these examples. I want you to try to do it on your own, then you check your answers with the video. Round these numbers to the nearest 1 dp, which means 1 decimal place or the first decimal place, or to the nearest tenth, as we said before, or 1 over 10 or 0.1. All of them have the same meaning, which is the first decimal place, which means this 8 will be rounded, okay, either to be rounded up or down. So I'm going to look at the digit next to it, which is 2. So it will be rounded down, which means it will stay as it is, 7.8. 1.46. So I'm going to round the digit in the tenth place, either up or down. This 6 in the hundredths place will round it up to be 5 tenths. So the number will be 1.5 or 1 and 5 tenths. 10.551. So it's the same. The digit in the tenth place will be rounded. What do you think, up or down? So this is 5, which means I'm going to round it up. So the 5 tenths will be 6 tenths. So the answer will be 10.6 or 10 and 6 tenths. 312.649. Also, we are going to round to the nearest tenths, which means the 6 will be rounded. What do you think, up or down? Down. Why? Because the digit in the hundredths place is 4, which means it will stay as it is. Then our answer will be 312.6. Is this clear? 72.96. Am I going to round the digit in the tenth place? The 6 will round the 9 tenths up, because this is 6 in the hundredths place. When I round the 9 tenths up, it will be, what do you think? It will be 10 tenths. And what the meaning of 10 tenths? 10 tenths means 1 whole, which means the whole number will be increased by 1 whole. So the 72 will be 73. Also, we can say that this number lies between which two one decimal place numbers? It lies between 72.9, right? Let's write them here aside. 72.9, and what is the next tenth? It will be 73. So is it closer to the 72.9 or to the 73? It's 96. So of course 96 is closer to the 73 than the 72.9. And what did we say about the answer? Am I going to write my answer as 73? No, we said we have to write our answer as a one decimal place number, so it will be 73.0. If you wrote 73, it will be considered wrong answer. Okay, is this clear? Now let's have one more question. Round to the nearest tenth. These numbers, round each of them to the nearest tenth. Please do it on your own and then check your answer with the video. The first number, 17.27, will be rounded up. So it will be 17 3/10 or 17.3. 31.67 will be rounded up to be 31.7. 10.528 will be rounded down, so it will be 10.5. 769.318 will be rounded. This 3 will be rounded down because of the 1 in the hundredths place, so it will be 769.3. The last number, 12.95, will be rounded up. Then it will be, what do you think? 13.0. This is the end of our lesson today. Thank you for watching and see you soon.